Well, we have got a big week in the stars this week. We have two things going on. Number one, this is the last week of Mercury retrograde, and I don't know about you guys, but it can't come soon enough as far as I'm concerned. It finally goes direct on Sunday, so it should restore communication. But the bigger news is Venus, the planet of love, on the move, has moved from the sign of Virgo, which I kind of liked, into the sign of Libra. And this is a week that the moon and Libra are both in the same sign, so overall, that's going to be the energy we're going to be working on. So I thought everybody needs to know where they can expect some good stuff to happen to them, because that's what Venus and the moon together mean. So for Leos, a sign that we're in, this is in their third house of day-to-day living in short distance, short duration travel. So travel plans go very well, educational opportunities go well, and you might get the opportunity to do something remotely, which I think is a very cool thing to do, be in one place and yet appear to be working in another, which would be great for Leos everywhere. For Virgos, it's about the money. This is a good financial cycle for Virgos to be in. Hooray! Because Venus and the moon always are benefics. They always bring good things no matter where they go. And when it's in your second house of money, it doesn't mean money falls out of the sky on you per se, but it gives you the opportunity to make more money. And it's a bona fide, real, genuine kind of, not a pie in the sky kind of a thing, but a real deal to make more money. For Libras, when the moon and Venus is in your sign, it is a time for love. It's a time for attracting new love. It's a time for smoothing out, pouring oil on rough waters to smooth them out. But generally, for Libra, the love principle goes really, really well in their life over the next 3-4 weeks or so, which is, I think, a great thing. For Scorpios, not so much. This is a behind-the-scenes kind of thing. This is the kind of thing where Scorpios may think that they can get away with something sneaky and it's not going to happen. They may get away with it in the beginning, but at the end of the day, they're not going to have a good result as far as that goes. And they need to be sure that whatever the pleasure is, that it's worth the potential pain that it might bring to you and the people kind of around you. So, and you'll probably get caught. For Sagittarians, this is in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And this is where Sagittarians can count on their well-placed male friends to help them achieve a goal or objective, or to get the group to do what the Sagittarian needs them to do. Or if they're single and they want to attract somebody, they'll find that person inside their own social circle, which is, again, a pretty cool thing. For Capricorns, it's in their 10th house of career and public standing, and they get a great shot this week and over the next 3 or 4 weeks or so to really impress the powers that be with their ability to smooth things out, to make two warring factions get together and get along really, really well. It's a good time for the bosses to like what it is they see that the Capricorn is doing. For Aquarians, it's in the 9th house of the wall. Legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance. Long distance, long duration travel can pop up, like even the opportunity to travel and live abroad and learn something pretty useful about your world while you're doing it. And the law is on your side all for the next month or so, Aquarians. So when the law is on your side, you want to go ahead and use it to get what it is that you want, which I think bodes well for women. For Pisces, it's in their 8th house of other people's resources. This really is the money falling out of the sky on you kind of a transit. If I was a Pisces, I'd probably buy a lottery ticket. I think that they benefit from other people's resources. The money gods really smile on them for the next 30 days or so, and so I think they ought to pick up the tab at lunch. For Aries, it's in their 7th house of partners, intimate one-to-one relationships, and open enemies. And this is a challenge for Aries, because everybody that smiles at you isn't necessarily your friend. And you want to examine the motives of people that want to partner up with you for one reason or another, and make sure that they bring something other than just desire to the table, that you, the Aries, benefits from that. But it's a good time in any interpersonal one-to-one relationships for Aries. For Tauruses, it's about just getting their health back. It's about finding the balance in their life, finding the balance with their work and their responsibilities, and carving out time for them among that, because that really is the key to solid mental health, is to be able to, and every now and then, simply indulge your wants and your own needs, not at the expense of other people, but while you're meeting other people's needs, it's a good idea to try and meet your own Tauruses. And any kind of medical stuff they got going on, it's really not as scary as they think. It's going to have a better outcome than they think, which is good news. For Geminis, it's about having fun. This is finally, Geminis kind of feel the love in a real and a tangible kind of way. It's a very good time for Geminis with love affairs, with children, with sports, with amusements and pleasures. Anything that's fun and entertaining is right on the Gemini to-do list. I don't really suspect we're going to see them at work very much over the next couple of weeks or so, because they really take that work hard, play hard thing seriously. And then for Cancers, the last time we're going to talk about, it's in their 4th house of home and their foundations. And Cancers really need to shore up their home, their foundations. They want to beautify their own environment. They want to find, and the most important thing is to make peace at home, to find that kind of peace at home. Because if you don't have peace at home, it doesn't matter where else you have peace. If there's none at home, it just doesn't work for you. And it's a good time for Cancers everywhere to extend an olive branch, to someone who may have hurt their feelings, and they're going to find out that it was inadvertent rather than deliberate, because the Cancer didn't tell them what they had done. So for Cancers everywhere, it's a good time to find peace at home, which I think also is great for the United States, being a Cancer. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac, with Mercury, the planet of communication, finishing its retrograde, and Venus, the planet of love, going into the sign of Libra. Always a pleasure.